I couldn't find enough good free anime quizzes, so I just kind of gave up and found the first one I could find. So these two questions are pretty generic. Also, I didn't come up with these questions. I'm uncreative. Credit to Google. Okay, first one. What's the first anime you watched? Okay, so this is going to turn into kind of a tangent, but I have a story about how I actually started watching anime. Firstly, when I say first anime, I'm not counting Ghibli Studios. It's because like I like their stuff. That's not the reason. Don't get me wrong. Everything they made is a masterpiece, IMO. But I actually grew up watching Ghibli Studios just because my mom wanted me to watch something wholesome and cute and stumbled upon it by chance. Anyway, Ghibli Studios aside, my first anime was technically Sailor Moon because right after we moved, we were driving around downtown and stumbled across a cute little anime shop. And at the time, I didn't know what that was. But I was like, I see bright colors and extremely animated humans. This is my cup of tea, literally. So I proceeded to drag my entire family in there against their will. Keep in mind, I was like 8 or 9 when this happened. But my mom told me I could buy one thing, so I chose this tiny plush of a little girl with cute pigtails. And I told my mom the tag said she was from a show, so our family decided to watch the whole show because I liked the plush so much. Spoiler, the plush was Chibiusa. If you sing Sailor Moon, you know who I'm talking about. And we started watching it just randomly. We didn't even look up the ratings. Thank God, it was a kid appropriate show. And turns out my whole family loved it. They thought it was really funny, but my mom did think it was a little too girly for my brother and kind of felt bad. So we decided to try to find a boyish anime, to put it simply. And there was a lot of bouncing around, but eventually my dad suggested Goblin Slayer. A quick trip to Common Sense Media shut that down real quickly. That didn't last long. And then my dad suggested Demon Slayer, which one of my brother's friends had been watching at the time, and he was my age, so he was like, no, this is fine. It's awesome. I've heard so much good things about it. So surely it couldn't be that bad. Surprisingly, we got even more hooked on Demon Slayer than Sailor Moon, so I ended up finishing it up on my own. But I will mention how the first episode of Demon Slayer shocked my entire family. I think we all had nightmares that night. And also, while I'm on this tangent, even though my first anime was Sailor Moon and then Demon Slayer, I actually didn't get into anime until like a few months later when I was perusing a coding website my parents had put me on. I stumbled across a project of this adorable anime girl who was covered in blood. She had like a knife in her hand and stuff. I have the image, I'll put it up right there. So I looked up this totally child appropriate character and discovered that her name was Himiko Toga, a yandere from My Hero Academia. I didn't know what a yandere was at the time, so I went down a rabbit hole and did all that research. Honestly, my relationship with yanderes is so crazy, I can probably make a separate video about it. And a few days later, my parents wanted to watch some nitty-gritty superhero movie, so I saw my opportunity, and since before I had skipped out on certain movies because I'm the youngest, and some things aren't entirely appropriate for me that the rest of my family can watch, so I'll sometimes opt out and watch anime, and asked if I could watch My Hero Academia. My mom had learned her lesson with Demon Slayer, so she looked it up on Common Sense Media and soon discovered that I wanted to leave one gritty superhero movie to go watch a gritty superhero anime, because that makes sense. She did think that it was too out there for me to watch on my own, so she said I could watch it with my elder brother some other time. So instead, my parents decided to kick both me and my brother out to go watch an anime on our own because they now wanted to watch their own thing, but we couldn't watch the anime I planned. So I last minute pulled up an anime that I had seen while looking through My Hero Academia stuff online, and that is how my family got hooked on Spy X Family. But to get back to the point, I did eventually watch My Hero Academia with my brother, and we both really liked it, but we didn't make it past season 2 before he decided that he wasn't really interested in it anymore, so I finished the entire thing on my own. And now I'm collecting the manga. Okay, rant over. Let's get back to the questions. The next one is, what was your first manga? This one is going to be less of a rant, but it's still a long story, so I hope you didn't think you were leaving anytime soon. So one day I was at a bookstore and I wanted to get a manga that I hadn't already seen in anime form because I was worried I'd get bored of reading the whole story over again. And I stumbled across a very colorful book that looked very interesting, but I wasn't sure about buying it because of the name, which I will talk about later. But I didn't buy it that day, but because we live so close to the bookstore, we went back several times that week, and eventually I looked inside and caved because it was such a good story and the artwork was so cute, so I bought it despite the name. And that was my first manga. I now have the entire series, and I'm actively choosing to seek out more books branded under that name because I love it so much, and the name itself of the series is Toilet Bound Hanako-kan. It's pretty popular right now, so I'm sure some people have heard about it, but I think you can see why I was hesitant to buy it because of that name. And I will say, everyone I know judges me when they see like the million posters and merch that say toilet on it, because that's not something a teenage girl usually has decorating her room. My mom was also like, what the heck is with this title? There's no way this can be okay. But, you know, it's actually rated 12+, so it's pretty wholesome as a change. Well, mostly. Okay, moving on. What is your favorite anime? Okay, don't judge me, but it's probably either Toilet Bound Hanako-kan or a new series that I haven't talked about in this video yet, Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle. Don't make fun of it, okay? You're probably judging me right now if you haven't seen it, and you're probably judging me even more if you have seen it, but it's so cute and wholesome, and I love the art style, and Princess Silas, who's the main character, is like my spirit animal. It's just so cute. And I even got my mom into it, and I've read a lot of the manga, and I still need to collect more. It's just such a good series. I really, really like it. It's a comfort show for me. Next, favorite villain. Probably Toga, obviously, or Hanako, if he counts as a villain. I don't know if he counts as a villain. If he counts as a villain, he is competing with Toga. If he does not, then definitely Toga. She's incredible, as I'm sure you realize that's how I feel by now. Favorite non-villain character in... I'm just kidding. I do have a favorite non-villain character. It's probably Ai Hashino. She's from Oshinoko. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a really good anime. Apparently it's a psychological horror. I find it a comedy, but I guess that just shows how messed up I am. Next question. Least favorite anime character? Mineta, no hesitation. He's from My Hero Academia if you don't know, and if you do know, hopefully you hate him too. If you don't, yes, you do. Least favorite anime? I don't watch the ones I don't like. If I don't like everything about it, I will not watch it. I'm very picky. And finally, last question, most recent anime. It's actually kind of hard. I have no idea. I'm having a serious brain dump right now. Let me check my Crunchyroll, because that's where I watch most of my anime, and see what my most recent is. Alright, I'm back. I've checked Crunchyroll, it has spoken, and apparently my most recent anime is, so surprisingly, Toilet Bound Hanako-kan. That's actually because I had a friend over the other day, and we were trying to find out if Toilet Bound Hanako-kan had a German version. Spoiler, it does not, at least not on Crunchyroll. Maybe there's some website that has German TBHK, but it's not Crunchyroll. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like. It really helps me with my war against the algorithm gods. And yeah, maybe subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm bad at anything really in videos, intros. I can't do that, but you probably get the point. Thank you for watching. Bye!